Homelessness is a persistent and complex issue in Sacramento County, according to the latest point-in-time count conducted in 2023. An estimated 30,278 people were experiencing homelessness on a single night. This number represents a staggering 67% increase since 2019, highlighting the growing crisis. It's important to understand that the PIT count provides a snapshot of homelessness on a single night, and may not capture the full scope of the problem. Estimates suggest that between 33,000 and 40,000 people in Sacramento County experience homelessness at some point throughout the year. This signifies a hidden population struggling to find stable housing. The breakdown of Sacramento's homeless population reveals a concerning trend. A significant portion, roughly 72%, live unsheltered, meaning they reside in tents, vehicles, or without any form of cover. This exposes them to the harsh elements and increases their vulnerability. Data from 2022 indicates that Black people constitute roughly 11% of Sacramento's overall population, yet a staggering 31% of the city's homeless population is Black. This means Black residents are 3 times more likely to experience homelessness compared to white residents, who make up 46% of the general population but only a small portion of the homeless population. Several factors contribute to Sacramento's rising homelessness rate. A key factor is the lack of affordable housing. The vacancy rate in Sacramento has declined significantly in recent years, making it challenging for low-income residents to find suitable housing options. Additionally, wages often fail to keep pace with rising rental costs, pushing individuals and families towards homelessness. Cost of homelessness in Sacramento. In 2023, Sacramento spent a staggering $257 million on homeless response initiatives. This figure has risen dramatically in recent years, highlighting the growing scale of the problem. California has also tripled its funding for Sacramento's homelessness programs, reaching nearly $691 million in 2021. These funds are directed towards shelters, supportive housing programs, and outreach services. However, the cost extends beyond dedicated homeless programs. Emergency services like law enforcement, fire departments, and paramedics frequently interact with the homeless population. The strain on these services translates to increased costs for the city. A 2023 audit by Sacramento City Hall revealed that the city received nearly 140,000 calls involving homeless services since 2020. There's an ongoing debate about the effectiveness of current spending. While some argue for increased funding, others point to the lack of measurable results. A recent audit criticized Sacramento for not adequately analyzing the success of its programs. This raises concerns about whether enough people are being transitioned into permanent housing to justify the ongoing costs. Poverty in Sacramento. Sacramento, California's capital city, has not been immune to the troubling trend of increasing poverty rates across the state. While the exact figures for Sacramento specifically are difficult to find as most data is reported at the state level, we can glean concerning information from California Poverty Measure reports. According to the report, the poverty rate in the state climbed from 15.7% in late 2021 to 16.2% in the first quarter of 2023. The California Poverty Measure takes into account the high cost of living, particularly housing, which disproportionately impacts low-income residents. This translates to a significant number of people struggling. Using the CPM estimates that in early 2023, close to 7 million Californians, or roughly 1/3 of the population, were living in poverty. Sacramento, unfortunately, contributes to this statistic. The rise in poverty is particularly concerning for children. PPIC reports that child poverty in California jumped from 11.0% in late 2021 to 17.8% in early 2023. This means that a significant portion of Sacramento's youth are facing economic hardship, which can have lasting negative consequences on their health, education, and future opportunities. Several factors are likely contributing to Sacramento's rising poverty rate. The end of some pandemic relief programs, most notably the expanded federal child tax credit, has undoubtedly played a role. Additionally, California's high housing costs continue to be a major barrier for low-income families. Sacramento is not without resources. Expanded food assistance programs are a critical safety net for many. However, more needs to be done to address the root causes of poverty.